Hi there. Welcome to Drive Electric with Dominic. I'm Dominic. This is my sister Robin.
Hey.
And we're going for a FSD beta ride in my Tesla Model 3 that I just bought a couple months ago used. We actually filmed this yesterday. Actually, we didn't film this yesterday. We did this loop. I call it the DEWD loop, Drive Electric with Dominic, FSD beta testing route. So yeah, so we did it yesterday, but for some reason someone didn't check to make sure the camera was actually filming, so we're doing it again.
Take two.
Take two. All right, so this should be interesting. Let's just jump in and get this thing going. All right. Here we go. We're rolling.
Are you sure it's rolling, Dominic?
I am sure it's rolling. All right.
There's a man coming with a dog.
Okay, behind this bush.
Mm-hmm. Unless they stopped to pee behind the bush. Okay.
That happens.
Cute dog.
Didn't even notice this.
Yeah, he kind of went behind the bush just as you were getting in the car.
Ooh. Okay. All right, so I have the DEWD loop all in here, and it should be kind of automatic. So let's just see if this works, and put on FSD.
Ooh,
oh,
here we go.
Here we go. All right. You think you'll be as excited or as?
It feels faster than it did yesterday.
Okay. So see how the blue line's going around the little sharp pull on the wheel there.
I'm back to watching the road with my brake ready to go.
Yeah, I've got my foot covering the brake. There's cars coming in. It's pulling up. It's pulling up. It stopped. Man, I was just about to press the brake. Okay, it's clear. It's going. All right. Whew. I almost pressed the brake. That was close. I'm still getting used to what it's going to do. Will it pull up in front? It shouldn't pull up in front of cars, but I don't know, right? Okay, slowing down way ahead of this.
Don't step on the gas this time.
I have to. There's cars behind me.
You don't have to. They can wait.
No, they can't wait. Had to give it a little bit accelerator to put it. Oh, and it's doing it again. It's not going where we wanted it to go. Okay. Oh. All right. I'm going to take this off and turn around because this is not what I wanted to do at all. Okay. We have to program it in segments as far as the navigation is concerned. Yeah. Because it just went automatically to the end point of the loop instead of the beginning point.
Actually, I think I might know what it did. It thinks it found a better route than what you had.
No, I mean it gave me the route. You can't. It just. Yeah, it's very frustrating. That's what it is. So I want to start on high road end trip. Okay. And then high road DEWD start. And then
please keep your hands on the wheel.
And hands on the wheel. Okay. We're going. The car is incredibly slow to get into the traffic circle and stopping for somebody that's not in the traffic circle. It started to go. Now it had to stop again for the car.
But it did that all on its own?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I thought you took over.
No, I wanted to.
And it's going to go the right way.
There's no stop sign going into traffic circles. It shouldn't come to a complete stop, it's, yeah. Anyway, so we're on the right path now, and we're headed towards downtown. Oh, it's stopping way ahead of the traffic for some unknown reason. I had to press the accelerator because I got cars behind me who don't want to stop like 100 feet behind the traffic light.
It's curious, though, since it's not working perfectly, it's interesting that they raised the price for this feature.
Oh yeah, I know. Right. They've raised it. It was a couple thousand or something when they first brought it out. Now it's 15,000, which is kind of crazy because it's, in my opinion, it's not. They should be paying us actually. I think.
Yeah.
to train their system because I don't. People do. I mean, it seems to work better in California, and people do use this and don't have to have any interventions like on their way to work and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, somebody here I was talking to also has good drives with it with no interventions going to work,
Okay.
but not along the route that I have.
So did we want it to turn here? We did.
Yes. Yeah. So it's doing everything as it should. It's getting really kind of close to that yellow line here on the left. It's not like strictly centered, coming around that turn. Interesting. I'd like to see it more centered in places like that. Okay. Stopped well behind the car ahead of us, which is okay. Got the green, so it's going. See the blue line here on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Showing where it wants to go. So this is a high road loop, and now we're on high road, so we're going to put the next location in trip, and then the next one is College Town. So College Town, and we're headed for College Town, and it's doing we're going where we want it to go here, right?
I'm going to tell you that in a minute.
Yes, down Stadium Drive.
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
Oh, was that an acorn?
Sounds like an acorn hit the roof.
One of the
Or a twig or something.
One of the fun things of driving on a canopy road.
Right. So, as we mentioned before, 30 miles an hour is the speed limit, and that's as fast as it'll go in town. So, this road is a little bit, usually traffic goes a little faster than that, but not right now, at least not me and the people behind me. Alright, so then we're coming up to an intersection and slowing down properly. There you go. That's not bad. Lights turn green. We don't have to sit here for very long. It's pulling up. Okay. You can see it's kind of unsteady as it didn't know what that car ahead of us was going to do. It was going to turn. It was like stop, go, stop, go. Okay, we're back up to the speed limit. And just going down. Now previously, this car was turning on its left-hand turn indicators for some left-hand turn lanes, even though it was programmed to go straight, and it did go straight. It didn't do that yesterday in this spot, on High Road here, but it did it at other locations. But we'll see what it does again here. See if it's a recurring thing or just an occasional thing, or how is that working. So we're on 11.3.3 FSD version. I saw some people actually have newer versions of this. I saw 3.4, so there are slightly newer versions of this, but I imagine the changes are very slight. And here we go. It didn't put on its turn indicator.
It didn't do it this time.
Okay, that's good. That's the way it should be. Didn't do it here either. That's good. Okay, so maybe it's over that little glitch. At least here it is, in this location. So what do you think as compared to yesterday?
It feels slower, but I guess it's just perception.
Right. Now you're already used to it.
Yeah.
We had some weird things happen yesterday though too.
Yeah, I'm hoping they don't happen again today.
It drove itself into its own warning situation. We got the big blast warning, like stop, 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 and it turned itself off.
Which that warning was very scary.
Right, it's super loud. Okay, put on its turn signal at a good location.
But interestingly, if I was driving, I would be in that turn lane.
Right. So Robin drives for Uber, and so she knows all the shortcuts. So the way we're going is not really the shortest way there. This little shortcut that we would need to be in that right-hand lane to kind of get, because right after this intersection, the lights turn green. You can take a quick right, and that cuts off a little bit of road. Okay, we're going. It's very kind of hesitant going down here, but it's going to get into the far left lane, but then it's going to try probably to go over to the middle lane, and it's clear, and it's doing it. We got a red truck beside us, so it can't get into the right lane now. See, if I was driving, I would slow down just a little bit, and then, but okay, it's doing it. Okay.
So that rule about if you rear-end a car, it's your fault.
Okay.
Does that apply if you're on FSD?
Yes.
So you do really have to still be careful.
All the rules still apply.
And you didn't do that.
I didn't do that. It braked rather suddenly. The car in front of me braked, but it didn't respond quickly enough. So when it did brake, it braked harder than it really should have.
It felt like a human braking it.
Like a human that wasn't paying attention.
Yes,
looked.
Yes.
Right. So not great, fine, but not as good as it could be. There's room for improvement here.
But it's still better than rear-ending the car in front of you.
Right.
Yes.
Definitely. Okay, it's slowing down a lot to make this turn. But it does make the turn. It stays in this lane, which is
Makes
good.
the turn really nicely.
Yeah, not bad, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now I think it's safe to put into the next waypoint. So we're going to end this trip and then go to 401 Gaines.
Okay.
Okay. And it's going around the stadium, up. Okay, way up to All Saints. Okay, we're good. I need to learn when and where to put the new waypoints in. Make this.
It would be really nice though if you didn't have to do that while you were driving. If you could just set your destination.
Right. I thought I had it all set up like that, but then it just went to the last waypoint instead of all the other waypoints first.
Right.
So like, maybe I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. It's possible. Okay, slowing down for traffic. It's okay. You warm?
Warm? Comfortable.
Okay.
If you're warm,
I'm a little hot.
I could use more cold.
Okay. That is one thing I find I needed to get my windows tinted because it gets so hot in here.
Wasn't somebody going to send you a thing for your sunroof?
I believe someone was, yes.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to remind them about that.
Yeah.
But even the side windows,
Just
let's
trying to
too much
remember
heat.
if it was Kyle
No.
or no. Martin?
No.
No.
Tom.
Tom. Yes.
He's probably forgotten about it. It's okay. I'll send him a reminder. He's got a lot going on. Right. So.
No. Straight.
Right. We're going straight. We're going straight, but then we need to get into the right lane right after this intersection. So we'll see if it does this. It did it yesterday, and that was good. And that was the first time that I really got it to do that move properly.
And that's because this is a 2-lane street that's going to turn into 3-lane street.
Right.
On the other side of the intersection.
Right.
Yeah, as a human driver, it took me a little while to figure this out.
Right. It's a little bit of a complicated intersection.
Mm-hmm.
There's an advanced lane coming from the other direction as well. No turn on red.
2 of them.
2 left turn lanes. That's right. And no turn on red here.
Yeah, no turn on red because of the traffic that's coming up.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. It's a long light.
And actually, at some point, I believe this light will turn green where it says no turn on red. The arrow will turn green when the traffic coming towards us doesn't have a left turn.
Right. Okay. Anytime now. So there was a big parade this morning downtown, so some of the streets were blocked off, and we believe some of them might still be blocked off. So
Yes.
this could get interesting because I believe some of that is within the scope of the DEWD loop, and so it's going to have to work its way around all that stuff somehow.
Well, yeah, it tried to yesterday.
Right, there was some of that going on yesterday too, and it was.
But you did not trust the map, so you took over and discovered the road was closed.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, green light. Here we go. And it's getting right into the...
Yes, it did
right.
it.
Yes. All right. Pretty aggressively too. I have this set on the most aggressive setting. There's several settings for it, and I have it on the most aggressive setting. Okay. We're coming around the stadium here quite nicely. it's slowing down a little bit more than it really needs to. Speed limit's 35, it's slowed down to 28. We're back up to speed. Now we're approaching a little bit more of a complicated intersection. It's been doing it all right. Actually, when I did this with Ashley, just after the intersection, it like put the brakes on for some reason. So this guy wants to come over, and it's ignoring that guy and just moving up here like it should. Okay, that's good. It's leaving quite a bit of room between me and the other car. I'm going to move up just a little bit. All right. So I like that you can, hit the throttle a little bit sometimes to get it going, or to scooch it up just a bit, but it doesn't. The FSD beta stays on. You can tell it's on because this little blue steering wheel.
Okay.
So when that's blue, you know it's on. That's the only real indication to the outside.
Did they give you an idea of what the improvements were with the new version?
Yes, there's release notes that come along with it.
Okay.
You can just press the little car here and then go to, autopilot. And are they in here? I'm not actually sure if they're, no, that's not where they are. They're in, so maybe software. No.
Well,
There's my current
right
software, right? But when you update it, it gives you all those release
Right.
notes at that time for sure.
There it says release notes.
Release notes. Okay. Okay. So we're going again as we should, and it's
taking too long to load.
yeah. And see, it put the brakes. Oh, slowing down a little bit. Okay, it got up to the speed limit and just slightly over actually, and slowed down, but it didn't slam on the, put the brakes on pretty hard like it did with Ashley. So we're approaching the second traffic circle.
And this is the one I was concerned about whether it would recognize pedestrians.
Right. It's slowing down. It's like stopping right on in the circle, which is not helpful. I would fail that. That's a fail. You can't stop in the traffic circle and there's nothing coming, and there's people coming up behind you. Like,
right.
That's no bueno. Okay. So straight down here. This part is no problem. We're pretty tightly confined. We can see with the routes kind of looking around, that blue line's was kind of wavering.
Is this where you want to put in your next point?
It is, actually. Thank you. Okay, end trip, and then we'll put in the next trip on, was it Duval Street?
Yes.
Duval, okay.
And this is where it's not going to let you, maybe it's going to.
It's going to take us where we want to go?
Yep.
All right. And we got a red light. We're stopping for that. That's good. So this is the college area of town. The FSU University is just off to the left. FAMU is just over there to our right. And in between is like the street that they've College Town, right? Which they've really transformed in the last 10 years. So it started to go and stopped for no reason.
And then it really went.
Then it's accelerating, assertively.
Enough that I hit my head on the seat.
Okay.
It seems to be it's not too hard.
Okay. Going no problem. I think. And we're going to go straight. We can watch the blue line to see what it wants to do. It can get by here no problem, but it's not doing it. It's got its right turn signal on for some reason.
Maybe to tell the person behind you that you're going to go around.
I'm hitting the throttle. And it didn't want to steer around that car, so I just did it. Took it off FSD. That was a fail. It wants me to send a note as to why the car disengaged. Now you can just press on the right scroll button and verbally say what's happening, so the Tesla engineers can look at your data and maybe make some changes possibly.
It's very cool that it's interactive. Like you don't just buy the car and it's yours.
Right.
There's communication back and forth.
Right, it is mine, but they're still they're still linked to the owners or the drivers.
Right.
Oh, slowing down here for a second. But speed limit is 25. It slowed down to 23 for some reason. I don't know why. We've got a red light coming up. Sees it. You can see the little red light on the screen.
Okay.
Stopping for traffic light. I like that it tells you what it's about to do. Okay. So we got next light. It's going to have to turn left onto Duval Street. So that's a challenging intersection, that one over there, because Duval coming this way, there's like a slight uphill,
Okay.
and the vision isn't.
Yes.
There's not a great. You can't really see what's going on. Ooh, turn green. It's going.
There was actually another issue with this intersection in the past. I believe they've fixed it.
Okay.
Besides the cars coming up the hill, there was a giant bush.
Oh, really?
So you couldn't see if there were cars in the lane coming toward you.
Right. Okay. So we've got the green light. It's not going out into the intersection like I would do as a human driver. I get out in the middle of the intersection here. We've got a very clear road, and now it's kind of going. Okay, and it's right in the right lane.
Will it see the bollards?
We got barrels, construction barrels coming up, and it's going around them, so that's good.
Did it?
Let's end this trip and then go to the next waypoint on 102. Okay, we're good. Awesome. You can see the little barrels on the construction barrels on the screen. We got a yellow flashing light, and it's slowing down a lot. And we got it looks like it might be. We have a police car on the road up here. Okay, it's going around it. That's good. We don't want to run into the police car. And we've got a detour. Okay, it's got to turn left. Oh, it didn't want to do that. It tried to turn right and go straight again. So I took over. And yeah.
So now we have to go down 2 blocks.
It wants me to say what happened, why autopilot disengaged, but that would be a long explanation. And so we're going to go down a couple blocks and head, what's that, north, I guess, and then press brake pedal to shift gears. Okay, we're in drive.
Do you have the FSD on?
No, you can see there's no blue circle. All right. Okay, so we just gotta go through. This is a one-way going the wrong way, so we need to drop down another block.
Did you just turn the signal?
I did, yeah. I didn't turn. Yeah, it's still not on FSD yet.
Okay.
Okay, so it's. Oh, this is still in here. Our trip. So turn FSD on and see where it wants to go. Is it going to a good place? Yes. Okay. Stopped at the stoplight. It's going through on its own. We've got another 4-way stop coming up ahead. We'll see how it handles that. And it's going to turn right here.
I think if it turns right here, we're going to run into another road closure. But let's see what happens.
Right. Okay. So, it's really kind of hesitant doing this. I'm pushing the accelerator because it's going way too slow. Okay, and now we need to, and this is blocked off too, so we need to go around the block again because that's a one-way street. So yesterday the car wanted to run us all around this stuff, and it didn't.
Today it's not.
And today, yeah, it's not doing it. Okay, so we need to go farther north before we turn back up again and end that trip.
When you hit end trip, does that turn the FSD off?
It was already off.
Okay.
It just turns the navigation things off.
You could have.
Okay, it looked like it's parked the wrong way. It's parked backwards on a two-way street, so I thought it was a one-way. This is a one-way in the proper direction.
I was going to say, but going the way we want.
Right. There's an interesting no turn on red sign. That's like different from other signs that I've seen. I don't know if that's a standardized sign, because I think signs kind of need to be standardized for it to recognize what's going on, right?
There was a standard sign on the light column where you'd normally see it.
Okay.
I believe that is an extra sign because the other one gets ignored so often.
Okay.
So
Right.
Sometimes around town you'll see things that look a little bit strange, but it's because that particular intersection has a problem.
Okay.
There's actually some places in town where the stop signs have been outlined in lights
Okay.
and they flash.
Okay. Safety first.
Yes.
Alright, so coming up to this four-way stop again, and we're gonna go straight. Might as well go straight to Monroe. It's opened up after Monroe, you think, right? Or after
Yes.
Tennessee?
Yeah, we're fine down here.
It's opened up after we get to Tennessee.
Yes.
We can go, so we can go up Tennessee and then.
Yes.
Okay.
Tennessee was only closed for the parade.
Okay. So I'm driving right now, so
Oh.
this is how you do the four-way stop. You stop and you go. You
But when
just take your turn, and it doesn't seem to know how to do that very well.
But I thought it did it very well yesterday.
At one spot, but it wasn't really a challenging spot,
Okay.
possibly.
Right.
Okay. Historical graveyard here on our left. All right, and we're coming up to Call Street. Looks like we got some traffic going on. And I'm gonna keep driving myself for now. I want to get through this. I don't want to go up to Call Street and end up having to go around the circle again. So I don't know for sure if that's open up there. But we definitely know it is down here.
Yes.
Okay. Four-way stop. I'm driving, so no problem. You just take your turn. Okay. So now I'm going to navigate to 102 4th Avenue. All right. And then, right. FSD is on. It automatically put on its right turn indicator as it should. And it's kind of looking to see this little blue line.
Yes.
You can tell that's a pickup truck though ahead of us.
Okay.
See the little
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Even though it's got like a lawnmower in the back or something.
And you're not seeing that on the screen.
The lawnmower, no, it's not that accurate. It's just a rough representation. It does notice like truck behind us is a truck though on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
It just gets the basic shapes right. And it's got the turn signal of the truck ahead of us blinking on the screen as well, so that's cool. So it's got in the wrong lane here. It should have gotten the far left lane. Right at that intersection. It did it wrong, so that's a fail. Because this is a busy lane here on our left. It's going to have to, merge itself into traffic sometime, which is not always that easy or polite for other drivers. It's got its left turn signal on, but it's moving ahead of this car on our left. And it's got a good, oh yeah, okay. And it just aggressively crossed over 2 lanes, which is a no-no. But at least where we're supposed to be. So that was interesting. It accelerated past that Prius, and to get up ahead of this thing, get into the right lane like it really should. So that was kind of good, except for the crossing over 2 lanes at once.
Yeah, it was a little freaky.
Right.
But a human would do that too. Maybe not me, but.
Right. Some humans definitely would.
Yes.
I mean, if that's the only way you can get in there, I mean, that's kind of what you got to do.
Right.
But if it had selected the right lane to begin with, it wouldn't have had to do that. Okay, we got the green advanced light, and it sees that, and it's going, and it's sticking right in this left-hand merge lane, which it really shouldn't. It should have taken the middle lane right away, and now it has to move over here to the middle lane. and eventually it's going to have to turn right. So really, it should have tried to get into this right lane right ahead. It should be looking down the road, knowing what's going to happen on this map way up here. And see, that's a right, you know? It should know that and plan for that ahead of time. So it doesn't really plan ahead like it ought to.
Say, are you sure it's supposed to do that?
I mean, I think now it's stopping for no reason. Slowing down for the flashing yellow light. Okay. Right. Which is not really great.
Okay, so we are 4/10 of a mile from where we're going to turn.
Right. 4/10 of a mile before we need to turn, and it's getting in the proper lane again. Now it's got its left turn signal on, even though we're not turning left, we're just going to go straight. I'm not really sure why it's doing that. It really shouldn't. Okay, so we're in our lane, it's going straight. Okay, this is good. I'm gonna try something here. Add stop, and I want Officer Ponce Way. I'm adding that. I wonder if it's going to go to Officer Ponce Way instead of this 4th Avenue, though.
So far, it looks like it's doing what you want it to.
Okay, it's gonna turn like it should. Okay, nothing behind us, so there's no rush. Slowing way down. Okay, slight turn, and almost stops completely, which it doesn't need to do. Okay, and it's like going on to the next stop, so it didn't slow down to stop at that address that was programmed in here.
Okay.
It's going smoothly on to the next one, so that's good.
Which, as I mentioned yesterday, this is an intersection that I normally avoid because it's a left turn with no light.
Right.
And it can be heavy traffic.
So traffic looks good today. Well, it's clear on the left, so it should move up and get into the middle lane, the middle turn lane right now, while there's still cars coming on the right.
And it can tell that there's a middle turn lane?
Yes.
Okay.
I think it can. Right. It's the lane marked by 2 yellows.
Yes.
in the middle.
Okay.
It's got it, but now we have cars.
If you're looking at the blue line, though, it looks like it wants to go past that middle. It doesn't want to go into the middle.
Yeah, it wants to go across the middle because the second line here is the far line of that middle lane, and then there's 2 lanes on the other side of that far yellow line. All right, so we're clear on the right, but the left still has traffic. Oh, there's a little break in the traffic on the left, and it's pulling up here. Oh, it didn't get into the middle lane like it did on my previous trip. It's in this lane. It should go into the right lane at some point, and it's doing that. So that's not too bad. So that wasn't bad.
No, I think overall this was much more glitch-free than yesterday.
Yeah.
I think the only thing it's done differently today is a few times that it's kind of come to a stop for no reason, or close to a stop.
Right. Again, my foot's like hovering over the brake, and my hands are like right on the wheel, basically. Okay, so it should turn right here. No, there's the turn indicator. It's slowing down a lot. It's a little left, a little aggressive around that turn. It's bizarre. Sometimes it goes around like fast.
And I think we mentioned
this is way
too fast.
Way too fast for this road.
There are ducks. I don't think the car recognizes a duck.
So
it's probably not good to go that fast here.
No. See, the speed limit is 25 and it's doing that right now. Okay, I need to put in the next destination actually. So I've turned off autopilot. You can see there's no blue steering wheel here now. And the ending trip, and I'm just going to put the DEWD end in. Autopilot's back on, or full self-driving. Okay, nothing coming up the hill. And it came to a full stop. It has a yield sign here. And sometimes it just like drives right through, and this time it came to a full stop for a yield sign and nothing coming. And we're back on the course like we should be. speed limit here is 25, so it's making its way up to that, even though 25 is a bit quick.
I've been watching and it's been slowing down on the turns.
Right. On the curves.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now we're doing only 20. Oops. Hit the brake for a second. It's pulling over and stopping.
Maybe it's scared of children. There were quite a few children over there.
Right. And it's like it's looking at people on the sidewalk and reacting to people on the sidewalk, which is not.
Which I would, as a human, I would slow down if I saw a lot of children on the side of the road.
Sure.
In anticipation that one might run out.
But not like the car did, right? Not just like,
no.
Throw itself to the right. And,
Correct.
all right. So it should turn left into the parking lot here. This is autopilot navigation complete, and it is. Okay, I've turned it off, and we made it in one piece without hitting anything.
We did not hit anything.
All right, that's a bonus. All right, let's just pull in. And...
I think this deserves a coffee.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Black Dog Cafe is right there.
Black Dog Cafe, yes.
All right.
Ooh, look at the ugly duck.
Ducks abound. All right. Let's get out. All right, so here we are. We've made it back in one piece.
One piece. Yeah.
And okay, so what'd you think?
It was fun. Definitely wouldn't be ready to let it just go by itself and go to sleep while I was on my way to work, but I liked it.
Right. So I thought like this update made it a little bit more human-like in places, but it's still like stopping. We're almost coming to complete stop in places where it doesn't need to. So there's some like sharp pulls in the steering wheel, and like just slow me down for like all those kids on the sidewalk on the other side of the road. Just like things that like a human wouldn't do. And also like pulling into around Lake Ella like too fast. That was like ridiculous. I had to take it off.
Yes.
But it did some things really well. A lot of things it did quite well.
So when do I get to drive?
Right. So on next week's episode.
It's okay. We'll wait till it's had more practice.
Okay. Once it's paid off, I'll let.
Yes, once it's paid off.
Other people take it for a FSD drive on its own or whatever. All right. Until that time, though, click subscribe, hit that bell icon for notifications, and we'll see you all on the next one.
Ciao.
Ciao.